Sycegame dance crew.
Yeah.
So that's why I love Sycegame, and that's why I said once again going back, I can never call myself the lead of Sycegame because there is no lead. There are pillars.
Yeah.
There are definitely pillars, but there's no lead. And the reason why I say this is because Sycegame is a conglomerate of different people, chefs, engineers, biochemists, mental health advocates, event coordinators, producers, sound engineers, designers, musicians. It's so vast, and whoever is hot is the person who becomes the lead. And you bringing up the dance crew is a grand example.
Yeah.
There was so much going on in Sycegame. But if you mention Sycegame, they'd be like, "Oh, the dance crew."
Yeah.
Because that was it. Because they were at that time. They were the hottest. They are still. I will say this unapologetically. Dance in DC wouldn't be the dance community in DC wouldn't be what it is if Sycegame dance crew didn't exist.
I agree.
Period.
Yeah.
They are still known figures and pillars, but that Sycegame dance crew was the lead at that time.
That was like 3 years,
right? And they had a run, a mean run, where you said I'm the lead, but I walk around with a Sycegame shirt, hoodie, or button. They'd be like, "Oh, so you know what I'm saying? You must know, Sheldon. You must know." Like I'd be like, "Yeah, I mean, I know them." But I'm a fan. They look at me like, "Oh, I got a button too." And I'm just like, "But I actually work with them."
Yeah. And technically speaking, that actually foresighted your work at Love Nightclub, but we'll get to that later in the interview.
But but the dance crew. Wait, what was the question about the dance crew?
Just talk about the dance.
Oh, yeah, that was it.
What was that time like?
That time was a time. Ups, downs, loves, but they were literally I think in my opinion they had the longest run.
What were their names?
The names? Man, y'all can look that up.
You got
y'all know the names, man.
We put a picture in front of them. It'll just be like, oh, this is them. Yeah.
Man, I guarantee you, anybody that's watching this video right now know exactly who all the members of Sycegame dance crew was. At least if you're from DC, if you even maybe beyond, but
this gonna be an international show.
Yeah, so but they were hot. They were hot.
Okay, all right, bet. So, Jello House party. Tell me about the cabinet.
Jello House party. Which one?
Let's start with Maryland. Because there was the Maryland, and then there was the DC side.
Those parties they were a good time, Great time. Learned a lot. Gained a lot of experience. Those events were staples that concluded the day. That's the politically correct answer.
Yeah, that's not what the show is.
What do you want to know? You gotta give me.
Why Jello?
The answer to that question is why not.
Okay.
We did Jello because we we were kids. At the end of the day, we were 19, 20. But
Devin made the call.
Well, you said Maryland. We're talking Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, so the Maryland side.
It was a house party. Okay, I can talk about this.
Yeah.
I can talk about this. I had a friend. He was I had a good friend. He was part of a lot of committees. He was a very well versed, individual. Definitely somebody I was happy to have in my circle. But he was moving, and he was like, "Yo, I'm leaving my home." He was about to move pretty much out of town. He was like, "I want to have one last hoorah."
Yeah.
At my place, house party. And I was like, yeah, I would love to throw a house party at your house. What? All fun, no responsibilities. You don't tell a kid that. That's
and no cleanup.
And no cleanup, because they were hired. I think that was the thing. I think they were hiring someone to come clean up the next day.
That's perfect. Then.
So he was like, if I'm paying them, because they had to clean up, it was a flat fee.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm getting my money's worth.
So you don't even gotta feel bad.
Nah.
Yeah.
But we did the joint. It was epic. And that's why they're called epic Jello parties. That was the staple.